red zone is for loading and unloading of cargo only.
Contact Hello, travelers, and welcome to the Priority 1 Armada live stream, broadcasting live via Twitch on Saturday, the 16th of September, 2017. I'm your host, James, and welcome to the beautiful shores of Risa, where we'll be hosting our roundtable at the Dabo table, and we invite you to join us in instance number 1. Joining me tonight are my two co-hosts, Winters and Rikers. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, actually. Not too bad. Cannot complain anyway. There's no point. Nobody will listen.
How about you, Rikers?
I'm doing good. My feet are in the water, sitting here, getting some sun, got a little tan. I'm ready to go.
Outstanding. I had myself a pretty good week, just a little on the ill side, a little sick and whatnot, but I'm back into it tonight, and it's good to have you guys on.
Excellent.
So, Winters, what do we have planned for today's episode?
Well, do you know what, James? I'm glad you asked. On this week's show, we're heading back to the Delta Quadrant for Act 2 of our 3-week Kobali Crisis Extravaganza event. But first, we will have our weekly roundtable chat at the Dabo table, which of course is taking place on Risa. In this part of the show, we discuss the latest Star Trek Online news and Priority 1 Armada news, and highlight some of the outstanding members within the Armada. After the roundtable, we will beam down for our weekly away mission at Kobali Prime. Remember that only characters level 52 or higher can participate in this event. As an added bonus for this 3-week celebration, we are giving away $20 in Zen to one lucky winner each week. There are 2 simple rules to qualify. Number 1, you must be present to win. Number 2, you can only win once during this 3-week event.
And if you haven't done so already, we invite you to join our live chat discussion on Twitch during the show. Plus, since we're giving away a prize this week, Twitch is the place to win. Make sure you click the follow button on Twitch so you can get notified when we're on the air. And if you're not a member of Priority 1 Armada and want to stay in touch with us in-game, then come join us on our Priority 1 chat channel by typing in the chat box /channel_join space Priority 1, then hit the enter key.
And if you want to join our Priority 1 Armada family, simply head over to PriorityOneArmada.com and sign up today. We have both Federation and KDF fleets ranging from Tier 3 to Tier 5, so you can be certain that we have a fleet that suits your needs.
Well, again, welcome to everyone on tonight's stream, and we're glad that you can join us. So let's get into tonight's roundtable, because there is a lot on the agenda tonight, guys. And Rikers, why don't you kick us off with probably one of the best things we can get in-game?
Oh, there sure is. There's a lot of news going on, and the first news today is the 20% ship sale. From September 14th to September 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Star Trek Online is having a 20% off ship sale. Have you been saving up for that new ship or ship bundle in the C-Store? Now's the time to grab it. That way you can go ahead and get that new Allied Flight Deck bundle. You can also enjoy C-Store discounts on ships, fleet modules, dry dock slots, and ship upgrade tokens. Just remember, this doesn't include bundles that have items other than ships in them. Also, as an added bonus, each time a player buys a Tier 5 starship for the first time on their account, they'll receive a free ship upgrade token.
So guys, any plans for any of you guys to go out and get some ships this weekend with the 20% off sale?
For me, no. There's nothing that I had my eyes on. But I will tell you one thing that actually caught my attention. I'm very surprised to see that the new Flight Deck Cruiser bundle is actually included in the sale. That will be included, because in the past, they simply just haven't included them.
I'm actually not surprised that they are this time around, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but one thing I will buy anytime it's 20% off, I will always pick up some extra fleet ship modules, just for my different characters, and then obviously if we have events within the Armada, we use those as prizes for that, so I'll probably pick up those this weekend since they're 20 off.
And the dry dock slots are very important, especially if you want a lot of ships. If you want all the ships, you're going to need those docks.
Very true. Upgrade tokens, Not big on those. If I'm gonna buy a tier 5, I'll get it fresh up and get the tokens through that. So not much on that. So Winters, we've got some patch notes in PC finally this week. Unlike last week where we didn't have a thing for PC. Why don't you go over those for us?
Yeah, we've got a few things. So in content and new features, obviously we all know that Beyond the Nexus, the new featured episode, has come into the game since last Tuesday. Captains get the opportunity to team up with Captain Geordie LaForge from Star Trek The Next Generation, as portrayed by LeVar Burton. This episode will be available for Captains level 10 and up. This is only while it is a featured episode. So there's, 3 or 4 weeks for that. After that featured episode event has finished, it will go into the normal mission journal and most likely will be a level 60 only story mission, at least for the time being. There was some additional patch notes then during the week as well, from aside from the patch that was on Tuesday. This was to rectify some issues with the actual mission Beyond the Nexus. And if I remember right, I actually don't see it here, but there was an issue with the new bridges. You know, the new bridge pack for the Galaxy? That was mistakenly added to the game ahead of time. So if you had any Galaxy class ship, you actually, instead of having the Origin bridge, you actually got the brand new, not yet released Galaxy bridge pack that's going to come out later on this month.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was looking at my ship the other day when I was going through my bridges, and I noticed something funny.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. For some reason, every Galaxy class ship got the new bridge pack that has not yet been released, instead of having the default Origin bridge, but they rectified that with one of the patches that they put out. Some other stuff: added a new icon to the Trillium, enhanced omnidirectional phaser beam array, updated the kill captains on Nukara, endeavor to count Tholian captains in the transdimensional tactics cube. There was some system updates, mainly to do with the Infinity Lockbox, and to be perfectly honest, there wasn't much else with it. There was a few other things, but nothing really mentioning, to be honest with you guys.
Looking at these patch notes, there was one thing that caught me within the mission Beyond the Nexus. When you bring the warp core back online in engineering, you don't have the sound effect from it going that you normally would. True. And I being in a Galaxy class and a real, Galaxy class engine room, I miss that. So I hope they might come back and they might put that in, because I think that's going to be really important to give you the ambience and the total experience of a Galaxy class.
Yeah, that, and I experienced myself to where I couldn't get the engineering council onto my character because my character was a level 28. So I was having issues wondering why I couldn't put it on myself. I'm glad that's been resolved.
That's very good. And speaking, we were talking about Beyond the Nexus, Rikers. That's out this week, and we got the week 1 rewards. So why don't you go over those with everyone this week?
Well, the council I couldn't log into earlier was the Reinforced Armament Engineering Council. The council is part of a 3-piece trilithium-laced weaponry set that harnesses the power of trilithium to enhance your starship's offensive capabilities and shore up ship's defenses to better protect the somewhat unstable substance. Now, there are 2 other pieces to this set, which is the speed tweak and the reinforced engineering, which we'll go more into in later episodes. But together, they will give you a significant damage resistance and hull skill integrity. So I'd keep a lookout on that, guys. And also, just remember, just while this is going for future events, you can get an enhanced universal tech upgrade or the captain specialization bonus as part of that playing it the first week.
So we got the week 1. I think we can also include that, kind of talk about, I hope, I know Winters, you played the mission, Rikers, I'm sure you did, I did. So, let's, what did you think of the mission first, into the next, Beyond the Nexus?
Well, for me, I really loved how they did the transition in the holodeck from just the regular holodeck into a simulator Borg attack. Because usually when you play the game and you're in the holodeck, there's that load screen. They had no load screen, so it was like instant. I love that.
Yeah, they've done that on quite a few missions. If I remember right, Butterfly was one of those missions. When we had to constantly keep on going into the holodeck on the Krenim research station.
Oh yeah, I remember that one now. Yeah, I guess it was more exciting to see it because it felt like the Enterprise. I was on the Enterprise D, right there with Geordi LaForge going through one of Barclay's weird fantasies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think you hit the nail right on the head there because I felt the very same as well. It felt like I was on the Enterprise D. They'd done such a brilliant job on this bridge. Like the corridors, the holodeck, the engineering, the observation lounge, captain's ready room, everything. It was just absolutely fantastic. They knocked it out of the park, in my opinion.
And speaking of the locations, I'm sorry, go ahead, Winters.
No, go on.
Speaking of locations, Accolade shoppers go to Observation Lounge and the Captain's Ready Room to pick up a couple of quick accolades there.
Yep, some easy accolades for going in there.
And I do agree. Go ahead, Winters.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say was, apart from that, I liked the mission, but I thought that it was way too short. It was an extremely short mission. I was expecting more as I was playing it, and it was coming up to, wrapping everything up. I was kind of like, this looks like it's wrapping up the mission. I was like, no, it can't be. This mission, if they're going wrapping up now, it's way too soon. It's too short.
It was leaving you wanting more, and it cut you off too soon.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I felt. I was like, this looks like it's going wrapping up. I was like, no, it can't be. It's too short. And then sure enough, the mission was wrapped up. And I was like, oh, I don't believe it. That can't be it. I was disappointed at that. But apart from that, I enjoyed the mission. I thought it was pretty good, aside from it just being too short.
Well, other than the couple of glitches that they still had going at the time with the release, I still loved going down to the original Enterprise D engineering room. Oh, I used to have fantasies about going up and down the engineering room, trying to see what's behind Geordi's office there. They had that side corridor. Did you guys go back in there and take a look, see what was there?
Oh, yeah.
I think I spent more time exploring it than actual play. Again, I agree with you, Winters. It was a very short mission. So yeah. I think for me it was just I was walking all around. I was walking up to all the doors, seeing what the names are on them, including yes on the bridge there is the head, which then opened up a lot more questions about the head and how it's used and the species and all that. But that's for another show. But yeah, it was brilliantly done. It felt like I was on the Enterprise D. And it was most enjoyable, other than just put that engine room sound in there, so I'm completely immersed. I could sit there for hours and just listen to that engine going. And
yeah, the one last thing for me, if I would want to see anything from that episode, was finally the battle bridge. I would love to get to the battle bridge, because engineering was one of them, battle bridge is the other.
Yes.
I think you made a good point there, James. I spent a lot of time exploring, doing the very same thing, checking out every nook and cranny and door that was there to see, if I could get into anywhere else, or, basically just exploring. And I still found it short. Yes. I can only imagine what it's going to be like next week when I'm replaying it for, the next captain specialization point. I'm going to F-bomb my way through it, and I'll have it done in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just too short compared to some of these other missions that we've had come out, especially the Lucari missions. They get a little long. So my hope is that maybe this is the teaser of what's to come, and I'm hoping the missions will hopefully get back to their regular length. But yeah, I'll F-bomb it. I'll run around, get it all done and whatnot. Also, big props on the costumes for the NPCs that we were attacking you in there. The con uniforms that they put them on. That was a nice touch in there, since that ship's from that timeline. They actually kept the uniforms to the timeline. That wasn't broken. However, I did drop one of them on the bridge, on the view screen, and it went through the view screen. So part of it was inside, part of it was out of the view screen. So
it's like you kicked it outside.
I kicked it outside the ship. It was a knockback with my TR-116B sniper, and it just knocked it back. And yeah, I broke the view screen. So
Nice.
the only thing I didn't do when I was on the bridge, and I'll have to do this, I didn't look up to see if they got that little window up there.
Oh, they do.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, I think the next time I'm gonna run it, I'm just gonna go into 10 forward instead of just F-bombing it. Go ahead and get myself a drink and just kind of look around and see what I can find that I didn't notice before.
I was sitting in the chairs. I went into the observation lounge and sat in Picard's chair. I sat in the captain's chair. And I'm like, I could really have some fun in here. I went and sat in the con and the ops chair. I stood behind tactical. I'm like,
Did you get your characters to wait in line for the head?
No, but I wish the door would open to the head. Personally, I wish it would. Yeah, and Kukalan, he loved the wood grain on the bridge.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice touch. I seen Kukalan say that in the chat as well.
Yep, I did try to. I couldn't find the dedication plaque on the bridge. That was the one thing I couldn't find. And I mean that's fine, but yeah, I'd like the head door to open so I can go in there and see how the head works.
Which dedication plaque?
The ship's dedication plaque.
The one on the bridge, I think
The
he's
one on the
talking
bridge,
about.
yes.
I thought I saw it, and I'm gonna have to go back and look again just to see.
Yeah.
I don't know what the ship's dedication plaque is.
The one that's on the bridge on the right-hand side, I believe, of the front of the bridge. It says the dedication plaque, USS Enterprise,
Utopia,
NCC.
Phoenicia,
Yeah,
shipyards.
But hang on a second. It's not the Enterprise that you're on.
We know that, but it's still each ship has one of those.
Which kind of leads me to believe, does any of the bridges have the dedication plaques, or at least something that looks like it?
I know I've seen it on some of them, but they should be on all of them. I mean, that's their thing they do with each ship. Especially each ship in the series has had one.
Yeah. The TOS bridge has it, I believe.
They sure do.
It's on there. So I know it wasn't the Enterprise, but they're, it's pretty much using the Enterprise bridge is what it was, the D. So maybe that's something they'll add. I don't know, but it's just those small things, and it's nothing like I'm saying that, oh my gosh, it's bad. It makes the thing bad. But it's just those small touches that maybe if they add to just again the whole ambience of being on the Galaxy D.
Oh no, but they did do a lot of touches though.
Oh.
They did a lot of great touches. We're nitpicking because
Yeah.
we're big fans, but yeah, I mean, from some of the stuff that they've done in the past, it was quite enjoyable. Let's just say, even for the short span I had with it, you got to do so much that you kind of just remember. Oh, I remember TNG like this back in the days. Oh, look at this, look at that. I can't believe I'm actually here now.
Yes. Yeah, it was great. So, Winters, we have a Marks weekend this weekend. Would you tell us more about that?
We do indeed. This weekend, starting Thursday, September 14th to Monday, September 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Star Trek Online is running a special event where captains can earn bonus marks by playing content throughout the game. During the event, content that provides marks, fleet or reputation, will reward 50%, that's 1.5 times bonus above normal amounts. This bonus is available for all content that rewards marks. Start building up your fleet projects and reputations.
Rikers, you gonna go on a Marks weekend tour and start picking up a bunch of marks?
Maybe on my Ferengi character. For my other characters, I'm not absolutely too interested about it, but it gives me something to work up to.
I always find it's a good touch to have a weekend like this. Again, Ferengi, Mosin, I will take advantage of that and get him some marks and whatnot. I might look at a few other of my characters, see if they're kind of short, and just run them through to get it done up.
It's good for a lot of newer characters. If you're already up there and you're maxed out and you have everything you have, it's just a nice little bonus to play around with the fleet.
What I've actually done this time is on my main character, my Winters character, he had, or I built up all the commendations, all 11 commendations up to 150,000 XP, and I'm turning them all in for fleet marks now, the 10,000 per time. So like, I'm ending up with thousands of fleet marks because of it. And I've been waiting for this bonus marks event to come around specifically for that.
Very nice, very nice. So, following the events of Mirrors and Smoke, the Lucari and Kintari began efforts to work together. The culmination of this effort is the Dranuur, and I probably pronounced that wrong, colony and the Alpha Quadrant. Both races will try and see if they can coexist peacefully, or if it's all about a pipe dream. With any luck, the two races will learn a thing or two about the other and how they can better their own lives. With Season 14 emergence, Dranuur Colony will become available as a new joint Lucari-Kintari themed fleet holding, available to all fleets in Star Trek Online. Your fleet will assist the two races they establish and develop an island on the newly terraformed world. For the first time since the introduction of the Fleet Starbase, player fleets will be presented with a full-size holding comprised of a primary track and 3 sub-tracks, each with 5 tiers of progression. Each tier and sub-track will offer fleets new improvements to their colony world holding, as well as access to new equipment and new gameplay options. For more information, visit Star Trek Online.
Now, the question I have for you two, Winters and James, you guys have actually had the opportunity to take a look at this in the Tribble server. What did you guys think?
I'll let you go first, James.
I was going to say I'll let you go. I visited it today. The colony world is beautiful. Again, just very well done. It's huge. I would say we're here on Risa. It's a pretty good approximation for that size for the colony world. It's a lot of open space. I almost kind of thought, geez, I need a ground vehicle. There is a lot of running around to do. On the flip side, the colony holdings, I have some big concerns because of the provisions and how you get them and the numbers they're asking for. And I don't know if these are the final numbers that they're sitting at, but the best I could do, you go to a location, you do a mini game to earn provisions. The best I was able to do is 175. And then you put them into a project that's requiring upwards of 11,000 provisions. And as you know, provisions give no reward to you. None at all. So I'm kind of concerned how they're going to expect fleets to go to this world, do a 1-minute game, and you can only do it once an hour for each sub-track, and put that in and build it. Because I think on one Winters it was 60-something man-hours or 60-something people had to come in to do it just to get one project's provisions completed.
Yep. So
Winters, I'll let you'll probably echo a lot I've got, but you've probably been there a little longer and have some more information.
Yeah, I spent quite a long time checking out the new fleet holding. Like yourself, I think that it is an absolutely beautiful world. It's very, very nice, and clearly a lot of work has gone into it. I thought that maybe it was a little too big because there was a lot of running around, and it's not finished yet either. I suppose it's important to say that. The actual buildings themselves, you can see they only have place markers in. They don't actually have everything finished. There was a few staircases that I fell through and ended up getting trapped behind some of them. As for the fleet projects, I spent hours, a good few hours on Tribble, getting the Priority 1 Tribble fleet up to Tier 3. And I was using the console on Drazona Station to get all the resources for it. And the numbers that they are asking for these provisions. So now, you know the way on the Starbase you have military, science and engineering. You have 3 tracks bring up. The new fleet holding works very similar to that. They're not military, engineering and science. There's something else, but let's just call them tactical engineering science. And each subtrack, so tactical engineer science, has their own type of provision. And there is a mission for each one to pick up provisions. And as you said, you play a 1-minute mini game. And from my testing, the best or the highest score that you can get, you will end up with 250 provisions for the highest possible score, which for the mining mini game is 735 is the top score that you can get. It is possible to do higher, but you don't get anything extra for going any higher. If you get a minimum of 735, that's it, you've reached the cap. But these projects are looking for like 15,000 provisions. It is absolutely ridiculous. That's for one single project. That's not all 3 projects put together. That's for a single project. It is looking... Now, granted, this is like tier 4, tier 5, but they're not that much different. I mean, I think tier 1 is something like 5,000 provisions for a single project. I remember one of the upgrades was looking for like 220,000 provisions, and the numbers are just absolutely astronomical. And to be perfectly honest with you, I was very close to posting a rage thread on the forums, and I said I wouldn't do it because I was really, really mad. And I said I better, I'll take a day at least and calm down and gather my thoughts. But I strongly urge everybody, if you can get on Tribble to test this out, go to it, test it out, and post your replies in the Tribble thread on the STO forums, because I think that the numbers are astronomical. This is going to kill small fleets. Small fleets that have 20 to 50 people in them, they're not going to be able to get this stuff. It is just going to kill them. Because here's the thing. You're asking players to go all the way to the Alpha Quadrant, to this new fleet holding, and you're asking them to mine these provisions, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're mining the provisions and donate them to the fleet, and you get nothing back for it. So this is time that you could be spending on an adventure zone, like Dyson Sphere Ground Battle Zone, and you could be getting marks and dilithium. And you're asking players to take their time to go and farm these provisions, and you get nothing for them. There is absolutely no reward for them. I think at the very least, there should be the same conversion rate as dilithium. But even that, I think, is too low. So yeah, I strongly urge everybody, go on to Tribble, test it out, form your own opinion, and post on the forums and let them know that this is not on, because oh boy, was I mad when I was testing this out and trying to get the lowdown on everything.
Yeah, as Jason on Twitch and myself were saying, yeah, those are pretty high numbers. You're gasping about what they're trying to achieve in this, and because we're just thinking that maybe they assume that all small fleets are in armadas, so that people will be able to pull it off no problem. But just like with sorry if I say this wrong, Column 74 says, is there any chance that these numbers are just temporary, just so they can figure out quick numbers for users and how quickly they could achieve this on Tribble?
Well, Winters, we were actually talking about that a little earlier today. Was, is this just a set of numbers? Is it possible? And I agree with Winters. Go in there, play it, and let your voice be heard, because my hope is these are not the final numbers. The only way this is going to change is if people use their voice and let the devs know they are not happy with these numbers, that it is ridiculous. I agree with what you're saying, that they're probably assuming that there's going to be a surplus amount in the Armada that will help smaller fleets. There's a huge flaw in their logic. All right, we found out earlier on this year when we done an interview on Priority One podcast with Jeremy Randall, that when they designed the fleet system at the very beginning,
they designed it with 25 active members in mind. That's what they based it off. They based the numbers off 25 active members. The problem with that is, currently, there's 7 fleet holdings. So that's 7 times 25, or 7 times the work. And they're about to add in an 8th holding. So again, it's 8 times the work. Still with 25 members. So you either add on an extra 25 man hours essentially onto it or whatever, or you have to up the amount of active members that you have. And they're not taking this into account. I guarantee you they're not taking it into account.
I don't see how really any fleet in any armada, especially, priority 1, all of our fleets in our armada, so we can help one on each other out. But if you're in a fleet that's not, there's different fleets in your armada, I'm not going to sit there and do the work and help another fleet out, because my fleet's going to need oodles and oodles and oodles of these provisions just to get one project done. So I'm looking to my fleet first before I look to any other fleet within an armada that's not under our banner.
And what happens if it's a new fleet and it's not even in an armada yet? What are you gonna do?
I mean, that's the worst situation. A brand new fleet, 6-8 members. Again, these numbers are so terrible. And I guess what they're thinking, they have another component to this, is an invasion type mission, where you gather your fleet, you go up to the person, you engage it, and I think it's 30 waves of enemies. So I think they're hoping that with that, getting your fleet in there, doing this every day or on a very regular basis, that people will then spread out and do all these extra little mini game missions and then dump everything in. Because I did find that in PC, and it specifically said, make sure you have, you get your fleet in here. Don't try to do it on your own, pretty much. And then I also was in there, and someone had actually sent me an invite to their fleet map to actually do the mission, but unfortunately I had to get off for some personal business. So, again, I think they've got one component, but I don't think it's gonna, I just don't think it's gonna work the way they are. And I hope people go out and they voice their opinions, and they will either A, lower the numbers of provisions that is needed, or B, possibly also increase the number that you get for doing each minigame. 250 for over 730 points really isn't a lot when it requires 15,000.
Yeah, that's one thing that I have yet to try out. I'm going to be honest, I have not tried this new fleet-only event, so I have no idea how much resources that rewards. That could end up rewarding 5,000 provisions of each type for all I know, but somehow I doubt it.
So basically, it looks nice. It's a great place to go visit, but it looks like it still needs some work as for the qualifications of each project, because it's just right now it's just outrageous and almost impossible for most small fleets to complete.
I'd say for a lot of fleets, even the medium and maybe even some large fleets, it's going to be dependent on their active members and how often they want to spend in there.
But see, here's the problem. What is the incentive? There's no incentive, because you get nothing for these provisions.
That's the problem, and I think they need to take a big look at this before they release it out.
Jason was saying that advice for the new fleets would probably just finish on the dilithium first.
The dilithium mine, I think, is what he's referring to. To get the 15% discount. That is always a good strategy to take. Definitely focus on the dilithium mine first, because you get a 15% discount on all project costs. So the marks that are required, the DOFs that are required, the provisions that are required, the dilithium that's required, you get a 15% discount. So yeah, that is definitely a good strategy.
So we had a good talk on that. We know that this new holding could potentially cause some frustration and worries for the fleet. Hopefully more to come on it. Voice your opinion out on it. Go and triple test it. Winters, we also this week got the new Allied flight deck cruiser stats out this week, and would you like to kind of go through some of those with us, and we can talk about those?
Yep. Starfleet will gain access to the Tellarite Pralim flight deck assault cruiser T6. Klingons will gain access to the Orion Blackguard flight deck assault cruiser T6, and the Romulans will have the opportunity to captain the Suliban Silic flight deck assault cruiser T6. All three of these vessels are more offensively focused than previously available flight deck cruisers, and each come with a unique hangar pets. For more information, visit Star Trek Online. Now, as I said earlier, these ships didn't really do anything for me. I'm just not interested in them. But one thing I did like, and even though it wasn't enough to get me to purchase one or all of these ships, I did like that we got the Suliban fighters, the fighters that we've seen in Enterprise. I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, cool, all the little fighters, that's brilliant. If they had released those fighters as a playable ship, I probably would have picked that up for sure.
Well, James and I were also talking about that earlier. That Suliban ship looks more like a Ferengi ship in some cases.
Yep.
And the Tellarite ship, honestly, it looks like a green Cardassian ship up front. The Galor. If you look at that, it looks so much like Cardassian. I agree with you. I'm not... These ships I have no interest in. I looked at the console and the mastery. Again, it's not really interested to me. So I don't know where they're going with these ships. I don't know if they needed to release a ship, but
or it could be something with season 14 that we just don't know about yet.
And I do agree, the little Suliban cell ship fighters, those would be really cool. But again, it's not enough to get me to purchase those ships. If they've put them on 50% sale, I probably got a half a dozen other ships I would buy before I would buy those ships. But if that console or the trait is something that you need for your build, and they're 20% off this weekend, that's go grab them while they're on sale. Don't wait for them to go back to full price. Get them on a sale if you're going to buy them. So, Xbox and PlayStation news that's going on this week. Brushfire Week 2 rewards. House Martok has made their tried and tested battle transphasic torpedo launcher available in appreciation for your assistance. House Martok torpedo launcher fires specialized transphasic projectiles that deal heavy kinetic damage and have additional armor penetration while greatly bypassing shields. House Martok transphasic torpedo launcher is part of the House Martok skirmisher configuration set. Collect additional pieces from this set to unlock powerful set bonuses. So the three-piece set, on that will be the modify special torpedo mode, high yield spread transport warhead attacks that are launched from a House Martok torpedo launcher, which briefly leaves behind damage resistance debuff on their target. Also this week on the Xbox and PS4 is a Dilithium weekend. It started on the 14th and it's running through Monday the 18th. So another Dilithium weekend for those guys. After they got a Dilithium week because of the issues, they also got a Dilithium weekend. So kudos to those guys. Mom, Dilithium is good. As always, you'll get 100% bonus on the Vogata asteroid field. Also, your fleet Dilithium mine. However, everywhere else in the game is 50% bonus. And it does exclude reputation event projects. With all the patch notes last week and getting their Season 13 out, they did only have a small bit of patch notes. They resolved an issue where the auto-active ability settings would have to be manually reset every time a player transitioned to another map. In addition to this, when a player sets a power to auto-execute, that setting will be remembered until change. So, just a couple small quick changes, just a couple things that fell down for them. So, that's pretty much the Xbox and the PS4 news for this week. Winters, would you like to share some Armada news? P1 Armada.
Yep. The Priority 1 Gamma fleet has completed its Tier 3 retrofit engineering upgrade and now has the final Tier 3 upgrade online for K13. Funny enough, the only thing that is required to put this upgrade on cooldown is fleet marks, believe it or not. And in approximately 3 hours' time, the Priority 1 Gamma fleet again will also have its Tier 4 Starbase upgrade finished. And following that, there will be a new upgrade online for the Fleet Tailor. This upgrade will allow the Odyssey uniform to be purchased from the Fleet Tailor. The Priority 1 Delta fleet has the Starbase Tier 4 upgrade on cooldown, so well done to them. The cooldown will be completed in about 7 days. Once the cooldown is completed, the Starbase will have access to very rare fleet duty officers. Also, there will be 3 new construction projects: Bridge Officer, Trainer, Chef, and species-specific personnel officers. Priority 1 Delta Fleet is still in need of dilithium for the final K-13 upgrade project. A big thanks to everyone who has or will help finish up the final upgrade. So well done to Gamma and Delta for all the work that has been done so far in those fleets.
Yeah, it was great to get the Delta to see that one finally go down on that Tier 4 upgrade and get that cooldown going. I know we're a little bit behind Gamma, but we will catch up with them and overtake them. I know that because the Delta fleet is the best Priority 1 Armada fleet in the Armada.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Some other Armada news, some website donations that we got from Admiral Rikers. A huge thanks to Admiral Rikers for making a donation on the Armada website. Any donation, big or small, is always greatly appreciated and is a huge help to pay for things like the TeamSpeak service, domain names, website hosting fees, and all that sort of stuff. So thank you, Admiral Rikers, for your donation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rikers. You did a great thing, man. Thank you much, man.
I do it all for my peoples.
Nice. So with the roundtable finished, gentlemen, it's time for us to get back to Kobali Prime and the Delta Quadrant. This week we are doing Kobali Crisis Act 2. As you can see, I've already got the mission loaded up on my mission journal. I guess at this time, Winters, you want me to throw you on the team also?
I think what we'll do is everyone X up in game chat now, and James, you throw the first team together. I can get the second team together, and if there's any for a third team, Rikers can take the third team. That sound like a plan?
Alright, I'm sending... Alright, I've got 1, 2, 3, that's 4. I've got one more. Jefferson, I'm waiting for you. Let me resend it to you. Okay, don't have Jefferson. Let me get... Okay, Jefferson. So, Talia, Voss, Bosch, Hardick, and Sierra. And Rikers, I'm going to have to probably remove you from team, man, because there's more. So, I'm going to kick you from the team.
How far have you got down?
Actually, give me one moment. I got to remove... kick from team. Okay, I got Jefferson, I got Shane, I got Dylan. I'm going to take Talia.
Yep.
So Tala, you have been invited to my team, and that will be Vosh, Bosch, Hardick, and we'll start at Vosh. So,
Winter invites now.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make my way to Kobali Prime, and I'm going to go ahead and pay for the transport. And I'm going to remember the commercial as I go to Kobali Prime. Friends, there are only 2 things certain in life: death and taxes. Death is a natural part of life, so it's important to have your past life's wishes taken care of now. The staff at Kobali & Sons Funeral and Reanimation Center stand ready to assist you in taking care of your past life wishes. They will work with you in choosing the right way to celebrate your past life. Once your past life wishes have been fulfilled, Kobali & Sons Funeral and Reanimation Center will take you to their custom state-of-the-art reanimation center and bring you back to life as a Kobali. You still will remember your past life, but you'll be helped by your new Kobali family to forget the past and integrate into your new species. Take it from one of our most well-known customers, Ensign Kim. now a Kobali whose new name is Kenten. Kobali's and Son Funeral and Reanimation Center, making you forget your past life so you can live in your new life as a Kobali. So that is the stupid commercial of the week, Kobali and Sons.
That put a little tear to my eye.
Yeah. I want to thank Rikers this week for helping me with the with that.
Rikers, I've sent invites down as far as Sayar, so Admiral Kelly is who your first invite should be going to, okay? And anybody that has not yet got onto a team for Kobali, X up in game now, and we will send you a team invite.
Yeah, please X up because it disappeared from my list here.
What?
Yeah, just have everyone X up that still needs a team.
How did you miss the
I don't know. It was some weird glitch when I tried to leave Risa. It beamed me up, and then next thing you know, it beamed me back down again, and it cleared out. I don't know what happened.
So as a reminder for you folks who have been to Kobali Prime and you've already ran these missions through, you will need to come up to the console up here, the episode replay console. Make sure you pick up Act 2, and you pick up all the missions within Act 2. If not, you will not get any of the rewards or anything that you may get from that. So, but if you've not been to Kobali, you can pull your mission journal up, and you can actually hail and get those missions. So I want to make sure everyone gets their credit. And I've already got mine done up. I did mine earlier today. So just hail that and hit yes on everything. So we want to make sure you all get your credit, your marks, a little bit of lithium. The action's going to pick up this week. There's some this week's more action orientated versus last week where you're just sitting there helping everybody out.
All right, guys. If people still need a team, please X in so I can go ahead and invite you.
Did you get Admiral Kelly?
It hasn't thrown the X in yet.
They did throw an X in right before I...
There.
Like I told you, remember? I just told you it cleared out on me. The last thing I see here is the
Look,
message.
the X again.
Right now. I got it right now. I just got it right now.
And then K-Tal at Goofball Geek number 3063 has got an X up.
Alright, let's see if a new instance has opened up.
Yep.
Yes, okay. Everybody switch to instance 4. It's a brand new instance that's just opened up. That way we should all get to play the same map, the same instance.
Outstanding.
Goofball, I can't invite you. It says you're not aligned with my fleet.
We may have some KDF folks in ROM KDF aligned tonight. At least I came down here with my proper security outfit, my two most beautiful Ferengi ladies. They enjoy giving me lots of umaks.
Okay, it looks like everybody's switching over to instance 4. Excellent.
Yes, we are going to wipe the floor of the Vaadwaur again tonight. Alright, looks like my team is in.
I'm just waiting.
Talia.
You send an invite to Admiral Kelly, Rikers?
Again, I do not see it. The last one I see is the Goofball Geek. That was my last one.
Are you not on the Priority 1 channel?
Yeah, I'm in there, but it's some reason it's not showing. I don't know why.
Check your settings. You must have the channel turned off. They're Xing like crazy.
Yep.
They've Xed like
Yeah,
5 times for you.
Give me a second. Let me try to exit out here and come back in. There's something going on with my game. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second.
It's alright, we got plenty of time. I like hitting the H button, see my two Ferengi ladies pop out their TR-116B sniper rifles. They do it in the right order. It's like, a gun salute. So when we get ready to go, we're going to go to the transporter, and we are going to go to the hillside base. That's where the second mission will kick us off at.
Can one of you guys try throwing up an X again? I want to see if it works now.
Well, I can't throw up an X, or it's going to, you can't invite me to a team.
Admiral Kelly, can you put an X up again? There we are.
Okay, cool. Now it's working.
Outstanding. I must say, our Armada have some very, very unique bridge officers they bring with them.
I got you, Kelly.
Alright.
So which one are we doing first?
We're going to be doing Act 2, so if you don't have Act 2, make sure you go up to that replay console, you pick up Act 2 with all the various missions in it. We are going to go to the hillside base.
Yeah, I found out there was something going on. It was showing the channel was there, but it was grayed out and wouldn't let me check it.
Alrighty. So if you've done that, you should. If not, you come up here to Major Hole in the Head, Hanshan, whoever. I call him Major Hole in the Head. He is one of the sons of General Rottenhead, or whatever he is this week. So, are we ready?
It looks like Admiral Kelly's, I don't know if she's having problems or not, saying that she can't switch.
What instance are they in?
She's in 3, but she's part of my team. I might have to switch out to 3. It'd probably be easier.
Yeah, probably.
You guys, okay, so you guys are heading over to 3.
Do you see me now, Kelly?
We got some people talking in local chat going, is this a party?
It's a dance party.
I'm going in. Nice.
So Looming Shadows and Kobali Crisis Act 2 in progress. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We heading out then?
Yeah, so the first thing you'll probably have to do here is you're going to have to go over one of these dead Vaadwaur whatnot and scan them and go back to talk to the Major there. So that's just got me, so I'm just going to do it in the order I've got.
Excellent work. We have reports that they may still be alive.
So we can either rescue the scouts or recover chemical samples.
We do not strike now.
Let's just do rescue scouts. Alright. Let's head out to the battle zone. This is a really cool area here because they have those mines that are just absolutely wicked. Looks like people on my team are already picking them up. Let's. Oh, great job, guys.
What happened?
We've already
Well
picked. Yeah, we picked him up, man. This is excellent. So,
Nice.
yeah.
We
So-
just barely started getting out there. We only got one right now.
Yeah. We may, if this goes fast, we might just go back to the center there, down by the 51 area, and just start killing a bunch of things for a little bit. So now we're gonna head down here to their little base they've got down here by the seashore. Yeah, now we get to kill the Vaadwaur.
And these guys,
Oh man, we're wrecking them. Yeah, we don't need your reinforcements. All right, so let's get these shield generators up. Ah, Nomad. It's always good to see Nomad out. I actually was watching that this week. BBC America had that episode on Nomad.
Alright, we're now heading to the base here.
Yep.
cutscene, skip.
Yeah, definitely. So now that puts us back up here with the major here.
Yep, just got back to Major Hole in the Head, as you
Yep.
call him. Go to Kobali City.
Yep. Gotta go speak to General Deadhead. Yeah, that was pretty cool, guys. Very nice to just absolutely wreck the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur plan to make all organisms immune to rebirth?
Alright, going back down to the transporter.
Congratulations.
Yep. Back to the hillside base. Oh, and I did my gambling device and I lost. That's
That's what happens when you gamble.
Yeah.
the first time I've lost in a while.
The scientists in our camp.
Yes, I do. Vaadwaur have data.
I lost again. That's twice in a row. Do I get the dead Kobali back? Oh, Jefferson, you just... Nice.
Get saved.
Yeah. Ah, good orbital bombardment. got the first one. Heading over for top. Thank you very much. Get that second one. That's right, this way. How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty okay. I'm working on these disarming the mines.
Very nice.
We are just completed it, and we're getting the escalation.
Good.
Oh yes, I remember this now. We have to escort this guy back.
Yeah. All right. Is trapped. It's the open mission.
It's funny how things worked out. I remember when Winters used to have bugs coming here. Now I'm having bugs.
Thankfully, I didn't have any last week, and everything's going pretty okay this week as well.
Yeah. Oh, we failed the mission. Still picked up 45 arms.
Yeah, it won't even let me recover the dead Kobali bodies. It just says, come here, but they're all grayed out.
Yeah. We're just doing a little running around, killing the Vaadwaur, letting them know that they'll soon be Kobali.
It's alright, we're all weekend warriors here.
That's right. Alrighty, we gotta head back over to, looks like we gotta head back over to our base.
Okay, got that done, so moving on to the next mission. So, going up the hill, basically.
Yep. I walked right past them, the Vaadwaur. They didn't even open fire.
Yeah, they're not the brightest bunch.
That they are not. That is very true. Ah! I'm getting all lost in here. There we go. So it's got me coming back here. Okay, well I guess it's I guess we're gonna head back out. I can't remember, where's that open mission trapped at?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got an open mission in here.
This is great. I'm going up the hill, and every area that I have to go to, somebody's already cleared all the enemy. So I'm just going in and I'm interacting with the consoles. This is great.
Very nice, very nice. That will help some of our friends here. There it is, now we're entrapped.
This is too much fun.
They're not even like getting completely spawned in and they're dropping. I feel bad sending Nomad out after him. But then again, I love hearing I am Nomad.
That we.
Yep. I am Nomad. I am perfect. Error. Only Captain Kirk can talk a computer into self-destructing itself.
Find the Kobali hidden base. On my way.
Yep. This is one thing that I like is pretty cool that you come in here and it's the the holographic mountain.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
That was such a nice effect that they put in. Excuse me.
So this
Right,
is
Congratulations.
complete open mission chemical strike.
all right. New warfare.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yep, and chemical strike. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go back down and do that. Looks like an area.
Yeah, we just finished trap now, so we're heading up the mountain.
Deal.
Okay. I'm running up this map and finding all these shield generators that's been left behind by everyone's engineer boffs. download.
Yep. In here.
Let's get the transporters online. And now let's delete the Vaadwaur invaders who decided to come in.
Hell, the Vaadwaur.
Bringing out Nomad and Methuselah.
You okay?
No, just the firepower that we're bringing in here is just it's nice. This is oh no, the chemicals are killing the Kobali. That's terrible. Right. The other direction.
Yep. Trying to get there in time.
Yeah.
Poor guys didn't stand a chance.
That they don't.
Hey. Alright, I think I have to go back down to the hidden base, turn in the mission. And I think that's Act 2 complete.
Yeah, I think that may be, you're correct. Yeah, we got, it's telling me to upload, so let's head on back down to the hillside base.
I was thinking if they had a Kobali character that you can play in the game and you had to come do these missions, especially when they launch the chemicals at you, would your character die?
That's a good question, man. I hope not. Oh.
Okay, and going back to, what do you call him? General Deadhead, is it?
General Deadhead.
The third.
General Deadhead, Major Rottenhead, and Captain Hole in the Head. They're better known as the Dead. Daddy and his two sons, you know, the dead people.
Kobali Crisis Act 2 complete.
Yeah, that's what it's now.
The Vaadwaur
Nice.
chemical that can instantly kill us.
Excellent.
I don't even know how
Absolutely marvelous.
And for my first time, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the bridge officer, the BOF, the Kobali Warfare Specialist.
Not the boss.
We will need to make an all-out attack
Huh?
on their main base.
They're Voth. Oh no, they're Kobali. They're not Voth.
Yeah.
We can't
You said
stop
Voth.
until the
Oh.
Vaadwaur leave.
They're Voth. You don't know where those dead bodies came from.
That's right, man. That could be a Voth. It could be me and my reincarnated animation from some other time. So, but yeah. Let's see. Picked up some more Delta. Not bad. Picked up probably another 100, 150. Not much on the Dilithium this week. But we all know Act 3 is going to be and Act 3 would probably just be as quick, because with the entire Armada in, we're just going to absolutely wipe the floor, but we're going to have to do it twice. So...
Well, I'm having a problem right now trying to upload the chemicals to my ship. It says, oh, there it goes. Man, I get like real delayed times here.
So...
Now there's Captain Bosch. I see.
Yeah.
He's rocking the Mako armor, I think it is. Looks like it anyway. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep, definitely. Have a look at the map. What is currently going on?
Yeah, no, Admiral Kelly. It was showing me that it was still over there we were at earlier, and that's why it was weird. It was delayed. It took forever for it to show up.
What are you thinking, Winter? You want to possibly head out to the...
Yeah, I was thinking go out to one of the open missions. Like up and Adam.
What, around the trenches?
Yeah, do you see the closest one to us, basically?
Oh yeah, up there. Oh yeah, northeast of the western. Yeah, northeast of western outskirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to, let's head on over there. We'll pick up a little bit more goodies.
Yep.
Sounds good, my friend.
We should be able to take the transporter out there, shouldn't we?
You don't need to take the transport. If you take it, you're going to go over by Area 52. Because that's the hillside base. I mean, you can go there.
No, there's another one.
There's city outskirts. That's the one you'd want.
Yeah. That'll bring us close to the area that we want to go to.
Yep, you are
So we're
correct.
basically heading for the red circle.
Yep.
Yeah, right beside it.
Nice. Let's go head over and just whack some Vaadwaur, man. Let them know that they shall not.
Did you say wax some Vaadwaur?
whack,
Wax
whack,
on,
whack,
wax off.
whack?
I
I'll
heard
just-
wax.
I did too, so I was thinking you're gonna up it up some type of beauty salon or something.
I'm gonna get some armor all and take it out there to the frigate and give it a complete cleaning, inside and out. All right, let's hold the zone.
Yep, holding.
Oh, both of my bridge officers are down. And will I revive them? Absolutely not.
Oh, there's a lot of Vaadwaur just spawned in.
Yeah. Non sequitur.
Holy Hannah, this guy just sniper shot.
They're actually putting up a fight, winners.
They are indeed.
Alright, I'm switching over to a rifle.
Let me guess, TR-1160.
You know it.
No, he's going to the little cricket. You know,
This
from
one-
Men in
this-
Black.
This is a
noisy cricket.
yeah. This
Yeah,
is
there
this is a special one that I got for Mosin. It's a TR-116L for Latinum. It's Latinum yeah. All the studs that you push are crystals. Just you know, it is the thing. Let's head in here to the base and we'll go ahead and capture this point here.
Where'd you guys head to? Because Admiral Kelly and I got into your instance.
Take the outskirts transporter and then head east. And we're just doing some open missions.
I see more Latinum.
There you go.
Yep.
It's like they say, more Latinum, more problems.
I have all these wonderful 23rd century modules I'd love to try out, but you guys keep killing these guys so fast before I can get them off.
You should have used those during the arena event.
Yeah, well, I will next time Sompet comes up. And I'll give you a heads up of what tonight's buzzword's going to be for the $20 in Zen. It's going to be Vaadwaur. So when we give you that, make sure you'll put that in the Twitch stream chat, and for a chance at $20 in Zen. You about got this one. It's gold. All right, let's take that last location.
Got the escalation.
Yep. I gotta say, versus the rest we went through, this is the most challenging one yet tonight. We'll have to remember this area when we come back. This reminds me of some good old Dyson Sphere capture points.
Well, I mean, if you go to Kobali Temple on Elite, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that is true. Welcome, Kathryn. Admiral Kelly, Mo Latinum always, and Mo Zen always goes for the gold.
I'm barely getting one shot off before these guys die.
I know. Look
See,
at
that's why you're not going for the gold. You're going for the silver.
look at this. Look at the absolute spam we've thrown in here. Well, we got some of us outside the zone area, some of us inside the zone area.
This would be a perfect place to set up a Stowe fight club.
I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shield generators.
I mean, I don't even bother locking onto anyone right now because by the time I do, it's already dead.
Yeah, I don't even see my hits registering, you know, for anything. I'm just gonna stand back here. I'll let you guys handle it.
Should we just go take a seat somewhere?
We probably could. Ah, this is outstanding. They're just barely spawning into the map.
It's funny, I'm over here at one of the stations and the Kobali are on their knees looking at the council, but it looks like they're praying to it.
You know what they're saying? Thank you for the Priority 1 Armada for coming in here.
Or they just want some sleep and they want us to leave.
Well, that's it with this one.
Yep, all done.
All done.
We go back to the city.
Yeah, we can head back to the city.
Well, we want to do the giveaway now, don't we?
Yeah, we can. It's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do, man.
I think so. We've done Act 2. We've done a little bit of extra stuff. So, yeah.
Alright.
Next week to look forward to as well.
Oh yes. Let's head back up here to the transporter and we'll head on back to the city. We'll let the Kobali handle things for a week.
I don't think they can handle it.
Well, that's just too bad, man.
Well, at least
Have to come save their butt next week.
Have to save their bacon. Hey, we gotta get on this one over here.
Alex is already back.
That's, you know why, he's probably been there the entire time. He didn't come out and fight with us.
Oh, really?
He's probably been standing there the entire time. So, oh, look at that, come in and, no, don't revive my, no!
Chickened out.
No, they revived my 2 bridge officers. Come on now. One, look at her. She's seeing stars.
Yeah.
That's awesome. She's just seeing stars, man. Oh. She's like a cartoon character. So, that was some fun, guys. That was some fun. So,
That's, I think that Kobali bridge officer is belonging to Bosch. She's got a really cool costume on. I
yes,
think it's Terran Empire.
oh yeah, it's just what it is. I mean, just the folks that we have in here, how they put their bridge officers and what they put them in. It's just some really great costumes. So yeah, well done, well done. So, do we want to go ahead and get that giveaway going, guys?
Rikers, are you ready?
We sure do, guys. And the special word today you need to type in, doesn't matter if you have it upper or lowercase, but it is Vaadwaur. Go ahead and put Vaadwaur in the chat, and we'll go ahead and pick the winner in just a few moments.
Vaadwaur tonight, aka Red Shirts.
And they're not even wearing any.
Nope, they're not. They're dying like them.
That's it. Everybody start typing in the chat now, Vaadwaur, and it will enter you in with a chance of winning $20 worth of Zen.
Yeah, woohoo. Nice.
And of course, winners had to put his name in there.
Did
Well,
he
I was
really?
typing it for everyone to see the spelling.
Yeah, sure you were.
Like I did last week, trying to win the $20 we're giving out. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up episode 15 of the Priority 1 Armada live stream. But before we go, here's a glimpse at next week's show. I will be again hosting next week's show, and Katt and Hunter will be joining me as we come to the conclusion of our 3-week Kobali Extravaganza with Kobali Crisis Act 3. Remember, you must have a level 52 character or higher to participate in this event. As with every show, we'll be talking about the latest news from Star Trek Online and the Priority 1 Armada. At the conclusion of our away mission next week, we will take a few minutes to honor those who have fallen on the field of battle with an honored Warriors tribute video. The names of the fallen will be enshrined in the Kobali Prime Wall of Fallen Heroes. And as such, the Alliance Bureau of Vital Statistics would like you to take a few moments of your time and fill out a survey. Let us know who in your family made the ultimate sacrifice on Kobali Prime. I'm putting that link up into the Twitch stream now. Whether you lived or died, go ahead and take a few minutes and fill that out, because if you do, I will pick one lucky winner from that list, and they will win an additional $20 in Zen. So even if you won this week or last week, or you win next week, you'll get an additional shot at $20 in Zen. So make sure you take the time to fill that out, and we definitely do appreciate it.
And we're going to take a moment of silence for our homies, right?
It's going to be in a very respectable way, Rikers. We're going to take a moment and we're going to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice on Kobali Prime.
What we want to point out as well is that if you filled that out last week, and you want to be in with another chance, fill it out again this week. And basically you're entered in 2 times.
Correct.
And we'll put that up again next week, so that'll be 3 chances that you will be entered in for that $20 worth of Zen.
Perfect. Winters, off to you, sir.
Also, if you're not a member of the Priority 1 Armada and want to stay in touch with us in-game, then come join us on our Priority 1 chat channel by typing in the chat box /channel_join space Priority 1, all one word, and then hit the enter key.
Something happened there. And if you want to join our Priority 1 Armada family, simply head over to PriorityOneArmada.com and sign up today. We have both Federation and KDF fleets ranging from Tier 3 to Tier 5, so you can be certain that we have a fleet of all types of players, sorry.
Before we go on any further, do we want to roll the dice and see who the winner is?
I think that'd be a good idea. Anyone who has not put the word Vaadwaur in the Twitch chat, you got like 5 seconds to do it.
5,
4,
4, 3, 2,
1.
And the lines are closed. And the winner is...
It is Kathryn54. Congratulations. Go ahead and send me your @handle name in game, and we'll be able to get you that award.
Congrats.
Congrats.
So as you know, you won't be able to win next week's giveaway, but you will still be able to potentially, if you fill out the survey, win on that.
Well done, Kathryn. Well done. As Riker said, send him a private message, or if you want, you can put it up in the Twitch chat. But let us know what your in-game @handle is, and we will send that code to you as soon as possible. So.
Yeah, and if you could send us your password as well, so that way we can share it a wealth in the $20.
Wow.
Hey, I'm just sharing the love.
So yeah, let us know what your in-game handle is and we'll get that code to you. Meanwhile, don't miss a thing from the world of Star Trek. Catch all the latest news regarding the Star Trek multiverse on Priority 1, a Roddenberry Star Trek podcast. Get a new episode every Monday by pointing your favorite podcast app to feeds.priority1podcast.com.
Don't miss out on future live streams by following our channel, twitch.tv/Priority1. Make sure you hit that follow button on the top. You'll never know when we may be doing another giveaway. You can also catch up on past live streams by going to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/P1 network, and that's all one word. Finally, before we go, I'd like to say a very special thank you to my co-hosts Winters and Rikers for joining me this week. And of course, a big thank you to all of you, our viewers, because without you, there would be no point in doing this. So until next week, take care, live long and prosper. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.
See you next week.
Next week.